Good morning. Good morning. As you arrive, make sure that you say hello. Let me know that you're here. And once again, if you have not given StreamYard permission to see who you are, then make sure you put your name in the comments so that I know who you are. A lot of people are coming from other places, and I may not be able to to see who they are. So I want to make sure I acknowledge you for being here, and everyone that is here, whether it is live or whether it is a replay. I appreciate you so much. And this gives me such joy to actually do this for you every morning. All right, so I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. I'm the coffee connoisseur. Most of the time I do have a Keurig, but most of the time I do a French press just because it is just the process of doing it just makes me feel good. I don't know why. All right. So I would be curious. Are you a Keurig person? Do you do a French press? Do you make tea? What do you do? I will share. I did a cleanse a few years ago, and during that cleanse, I gave up caffeine. I gave up coffee. I didn't even do the decaffeinated because that still has caffeine in it. And if you ever question that, have that too close to bedtime. I've done that before, and it's like, what? I can't sleep. Um, so the thing is that with that cleanse, that since I had given that up, it was very easy to switch to having some herbal teas and different things like that. And for a very, very long time, that's what I did, was just herbal teas. And one day I was going to one of the things that my daughter and I like to do is going to a different place to actually work on things. And so normally I'm here in my office, and she's doing her thing, and so we will go to a coffee shop and we'll take our laptop and our books and good morning, Kimmy, and we will just go someplace different, so it just gives you a different feel, and you concentrate and you work a little bit differently, right? Especially if you're used to working from home. For me, it was like the thing that would happen is sometimes if I would get to a place that was a little bit, then I would procrastinate by doing something in the house. Well, that's not as available to you if you're sitting at a coffee shop, right? Now, I would take a book with me. So if I got too anxious or something about something I was attempting to do, I could take out a book that was definitely an inspirational book, and I could read for just a moment, which would break the feeling, and then I could get back in. And when I'd get back in, things would come to me easier. And so sometimes what I do for a break state like that is I will go outside for a walk. But my daughter and I both love going to the coffee shops and doing that. And so this particular time, I had been always just getting the herbal teas, and I was smelling the coffee, and it was like, oh, I remember. It had been so long since I had had coffee. I was like, I think I'm going to try some coffee, but I'll go decaf. And I got some of the decaf coffee, and it's like, oh, I forgot how much I enjoyed the taste of coffee. And so that started me on the good morning, Ginger. Oh, well, thank you. I'm sure you look beautiful this morning too. It is a beautiful morning outside, so maybe that's a reflection, right? Um, but when I had that coffee that day, it was like, why have I been saying I'm not going to drink coffee if I really enjoy it that much? And so now I drink my coffee in the morning, and I have herbal teas and different teas during the day. So I still indulge in both. But one of the things that I've found with clients that I have, like hypnosis clients or coaching clients either, that when somebody is saying, like I had for example, I had one the other day, and she was wanting to stop eating sugar. And so we were going to do hypnosis. And so I told her that I said, well, in hypnosis, I'd really rather have it be where, you're kind of, you really are not that attached to sugar. But if you have the idea that you want to taste something, that you taste it and you enjoy it, you're just, the difference is that you're satisfied with a little taste. Because a lot of times and I've done this over the years with weight issues and everything. I say, I'm never going to eat that again. And then all that does is keep me attached to the thought of I can't eat something, right? So I told her that in hypnosis, I'm going to give her some suggestions so that it becomes something that she's almost could care less. But in certain situations, like you go to a dinner and you're celebrating and they've got this amazing dessert out for everybody, you actually can say, just give me a little tiny sliver, a little taste. And then you can take your fork and you can take one little bitty forkful, right? And I'm talking little, and you can put that in your mouth and just enjoy the hell out of it. And then that be enough. Because the difference when someone who is indifferent to sugar or it's not an addiction, they are satisfied with just little tiny things, where someone who's addicted to sugar will end up eating a slice and then another slice and then another slice. And so it is getting to a place in your life where you're okay with just a little bit. And so I'm kind of that way with coffee now. I could go a day or two without drinking it without a problem. I could drink tea or something because I like a warm beverage, especially in the morning, even in the summertime. And, sometimes I do the ice drinks. And the thing is that it is nice to get into the habit of allowing yourself to have certain things and not condemning those things. Now, I know I'm getting totally off. I wanted to do my affirmation and journal prompt this morning, so let's go ahead and get to it. Has not a damn thing to do with what I just talked about. All right, so let me put this in the comments here. Let's see. Oh, what the hell? Okay, so hold on a second. I have not copied the right thing. So, maybe I did. Hold on. Okay, wait a minute. I got it down more than once. Let's take that away. All right. Bear with me here, guys. Hold on. All right. Today's affirmation: I acknowledge my worth and impact in the world. And the reason this spoke to me this morning is a lot of times for me, myself, I have questioned, my worth and my value, my impact on the world. It's like sometimes I would think, well, I'm doing these things and what does it matter to anybody, right? And not so much now because I've got you guys but I will say there was a time that was definitely me, and I just didn't see that I was making an impact on anybody. And I'm not just talking about business, right? I'm talking about in life. And so I was reminded yesterday, I think it was yesterday, Stacy, what is Stacy's last name? Oh, what is Stacy's last name? Hold on. Stacy Harris. She's in the group. She's the one that does the TikTok. She's become an influencer on TikTok. But she had put something up on Facebook, and I answered her with something that I did a long time ago. And that was on my mind last night and when I woke up this morning. And so I wanted to share with you guys one of the things that I did to help me see my worth and my value, my impact on the world. And, when I say the world, I'm just really talking about your world, whatever that is, not the global world. And you may have an impact there now. However, there are ripple effects to everything that you say and you do. You say something to help one person, and then they in turn help somebody else. And it just becomes amazing how you can have an impact on somebody you've never even met. And so I want to share what I did years ago. And I had a coach at the time that kind of suggested me do something like this. So what I did was I got an envelope, and I thought of some people in my life that maybe I had helped, maybe I hadn't. And I just wanted to ask them, send me I put an index card in the envelope and self-addressed to me. And I asked them to write on that card something about me that they wanted me to know, if I had value for them or whatever. I don't even remember exactly what I said. And I asked them to just mail that back. Not everybody did. And I did self-address it, stamp it, and everything. And so why some people didn't do, it doesn't matter. But I've got, and I look at these often, and I've got 3 right here and gosh, I don't even remember how long ago this was. And so I'm going to share, there's 3 that I'm going to share real quick what these people said. And it meant so much to me when I read them. It was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize these things that they were saying. So it might be a good thing for you to try too, because a lot of times we spend so much time looking at ourselves with that negative lens, right? And those glasses that are all the things that we've done wrong or have been in the past that we're not proud of or whatever. And we don't realize that the other people are seeing us differently. And so it's very eye-opening. So if you decide to do something like that, definitely let me know, because I would love to, talk to you afterwards and see what comes up for you, right? So I'm just going to read these really quick. One of them that came said, Vickie, you're one of the nicest people I know. Wait, you are the nicest. I love you. And then I had one that said, you are the most amazing woman. Your daughter and all of your family love you so much. Everyone is so proud of you, especially me. You are such a strong, accomplished woman, and you do it with such grace and poise. And that one made me cry. And then this one actually came from my daughter, and that one made me cry. I'll just tell you. Didn't think it was going to make me cry this morning. I mean, I had this on my damn vision board, and my board that I have of all the aspirations and the joys in my life. It's not just a vision board for the future. It's who I am and where I'm at today, right? And like I said, this is from my daughter. I love you so much. You're the most amazing woman ever. Ugh. I am, have, and always will be proud to have you as my mommy. You're beautiful, kind, courageous, strong, smart, and successful. Love, your daughter. And especially with our kids, sometimes we only see the times they're aggravated at us, right? And we don't see the impact that maybe we're having. So do this for yourself if you get the opportunity. It is definitely so eye-opening, and I have more in a folder. These are the 3 that I keep pasted on my board. I don't know why those 3 really spoke to me. And so, I might do this again, because like I said, it is such a good thing. And I love having a miracles folder, or the joy in my life folder, something that you can go to when you have a day that it's like, oh my gosh, why am I doing this? Who even cares? You can go to this place and you can look at the things that people have said, that how you've impacted them, right? And so that is a very big indicator of being able to see that you are making an impact in the world. And it is your world, their world, right? And that spills over into other people's worlds. And so by doing something that impacts them, you're impacting so many more. And it's not, like I said, it's not just business. Not one of them, let's see, did they? Not one of them said anything about business. Nope, not one. So it wasn't necessarily that they thought I was doing amazing things in my business, and back then I sure as hell wasn't. Um, just to be honest. Oh gosh, let me take a sip of my coffee. All right. Uh, so I'm just curious if I know Kimmy's here and Ginger's here. How does that make you feel? Is it something that you feel would be beneficial for you to send these cards out, or do you feel like that would not help you? I don't know. I mean, for me, it was amazing. And like I said, I want to do it again. And I think this time I will branch out a little bit further into some people that I know that, maybe I've not even met in person yet, because it is great to see how just your kindness or your smile or whatever, because like Kimmy, I love that you're here and that you're putting up the self-care peachy vibes, and and at everyone when you get on here to make sure if I haven't done it, you do it. And I appreciate that so much from you. Damn. Just talking about this stuff gets me very emotional, because I don't think any of you in the group really know what you mean to me. All right, and Ginger, oh, you are such an inspiration to me all the time. I love that you posted the picture of your rocks, because for those that don't know, go back and look, because she has become such an amazing artist, and she's always been interested in arts and crafts and all those things, but this was something new that she discovered that she loved. And so she shared that as her self-care. And Ginger is such an inspiration in so many ways. For those that don't know, Ginger is actually my niece, and she is amazing with what she deals with on an everyday basis, and how inspiring she is, and loving and kind, and just love you, Ginger. And I love all of you guys. Oh my gosh, where are the waterworks coming from, right? uh, I just want you to know how much I appreciate every one of you. Love you too, Ginger. And you may not be my biological family, but you have become my group family. And, some of you are on here a lot and some of you are not. But even if you're not as active as I would hope you would be, or that you would hope that you would be, I know things get in the way. But even if you're not active a lot, know that I'm always sending you amazing love and light, and I appreciate you just for being here, right? So just wanted to say that. All right, so damn the waterworks. Good Lord. All right, so I'm going to get to the journal prompt, and let me see here. All right, so hold on. I got to copy and paste this stuff. So give me just a second. All right, so here is the journal prompt. And believe me, I'm not crying from sadness. I'm crying from great joy for all of this, being here, having you here, and the people that watch the replay, and just being in the group. Okay? So just telling you. All right. So the journal prompt is think about a time when you felt truly valued and recognized for your contributions. And how did that experience make you feel? And like I said, these cards that I have here actually helped me tremendously to see how I impacted other people in ways that I didn't even know, right? And I think it's important for us to realize that we want to acknowledge ourselves and we don't want to rely our value on what other people think or what other people say about us. However, I think it is a beautiful thing to reach out to people and say, you know, can you send me something that lets me know your thoughts? How have I impacted you? What is I wish I could remember what I had asked them to put in the thing, but I do not. But just figure it out. And because that doesn't mean that you only get your value from what other people say. But what I want it to do is open up your eyes to see that your value is bigger than you imagined. The people that you've impacted are impacted in a much bigger way than you ever imagined. Every time you get on social media and you share something, just think, what if that one thing that you posted or that live that you did helped someone else and they were going through a really tough time and they saw you and you said one thing that helped them? Then, oh my gosh, that reach could be exponential, right? And so, although we're not getting our value from that, it's helping us to see the actual value that we are having, right? Because we are valuable whether anybody ever talks to us or sees us or does anything. And when we can see that we have impacted people just by being us, just by being genuine and sharing from our heart, then doesn't that amazingly feel good, right? And when you can recognize that and you have positive physical proof, right, that you've done that, then that's beautiful. It's a great reminder because, like I said, the easiest thing for most of us to do is to put back on the lenses of not good enough or the lenses of, I don't know enough, so why would they listen to me? Or whatever the lens that you're carrying around from your childhood, from going to school, and I don't know, but we carry a lens from all the things that we have in our life, and it's time to take those glasses off and put on some new glasses that allow us to see the actual value that we have within us and that we actually are recognized for the value that we share, right? So remember, think about a time when you felt truly valued and recognized for your contributions, and how did that experience make you feel? See, there's a reason why when we do something for someone that we expect a smile, we expect some kind of acknowledgement. And for me, it's not that I'm wanting them to be so bowed down and grateful. I just want to realize or know that what I did was of value to them so that I know going forward how I can be of value for them. And if they don't acknowledge something, then I feel like, well, that wasn't a value. So when something comes up, I'm kind of like, well, what do I do? How do I proceed? Because I want to offer value. And I don't know if anybody else experiences that or not. The thing is that, I know we're supposed to, right? We are supposed to do things for people without expecting something in return. And for me, when I have them acknowledge me, that's not a return that I'm expecting. I'm not expecting something reciprocal where I did this for you, you do this for me. That's not what I'm expecting. But I like an acknowledgement so that I know to continue to help in this way for someone, right? And so if I have an individual that I've done something and I've helped them in some way and they don't say anything, then I begin to question, was that really the thing I should have done to help them? Maybe I should have done something different. So, and that's just me. And so you may not experience any of that in your life. I don't know. But when you think of the impact that you've had on others, sending out these cards would be an amazing way to see what that impact is. And sometimes we expect impacts to be big things, right? But I had somebody share with me one day that they loved the fact that I got on here live because it was just my voice or whatever made them feel comfortable for the whole day. And that, it's not a real big thing. I mean, and it made me feel like, yes, I am doing this for a purpose. And because if the purpose was just for me, then over time that might change, right? And for right now, I can see that I am impacting this group and others in a bigger way, and even on a small incremental space, right? And it helps me to feel so overjoyed and excited about every day getting on here and sharing with you. And that's why, as I'm getting ready in the morning, I've got my note card sitting beside me and a pen, so that if something pops in my head that I want to share, I immediately write it down and go from there. And that's what I did this morning too. So remember, let me get back to, where is it at? All right. So the affirmation is, I acknowledge my worth and impact in the world. And I want you to write that on your index card. Where's my index? There we go. Write it on your index card. Write it on your sticky notes or on your mirror with the chalk marker. Put it as a screensaver on your phone. Just put it on a piece of paper and put it somewhere. Have it where you can see it and acknowledge your worth and your impact in the world. Every single time you see it, say it and do it. Begin to internally acknowledge that, yes, my value is big, whether there are 5 people that I've impacted or whether there are 5 million people I've impacted. The impact is real, and there's the butterfly effect, right? It's like you're dropping the drop of impact. One little single drop into the ocean changes the entire eco scope, whatever, in the ocean, right? And ecosystem, that's it, in the ocean, that one drop. And so remember that whether it's you've impacted someone by just smiling at them, right? Or you've actually helped someone with something. It doesn't matter. Impact is impact, no matter how small we feel it is. What's small to us might be massive to someone else. So remember, I acknowledge my worth and impact in the world. And then the journal prompt. Think about a time when you felt truly valued and recognized for your contributions, and how did that experience make you feel? And put that in your journal, put that in your notebook, and make sure you put the date on it. And the thing that is really cool is that as you come back to this one journal and you realize the things that you knew then, that you felt truly valued and recognized for your contributions, if you will come back to that again later, you will think of a lot more, because if you've done the cards, you will have some more things there. And what you focus on, remember, what you focus on is you bring about. So if you're focused on how have I created value and contribution in the world, then as you're thinking of that, you're going to see more and more things that show up that are shared with you about that. So be open and receptive, because a lot of times when people are sharing things with us, we're either not listening or we're thinking, they're just, whatever. But even the smallest thing, write it down. All right. So I have to get off here right now, and I hope that this has been good um, um, eye-opening thing for you. And like I said, there are people from other like streaming and streaming in other places. And so I want to thank you who all is watching this live and who is watching this on replay. Make sure you put hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. And those that are would really like to be part of our Make Lasting Change group, which is what I'm talking about right now, is our group, Make Lasting Change, because it is, oh, so amazing. And the community is so good about helping each other and helping us see our value. And one of the main things that we do in the group is we do a daily hashtag peachy vibes, which is sharing our self-care for the day, because we cannot effectively help ourselves or help others if we're not taking care of ourselves. And self-care can be whole number of things. And so I'm always excited to see when someone's self-care seems like, wow, I never thought of that. And the one that comes to mind is I had someone early on that said she had a tiara on, and she said that wearing that tiara, and this speaks to you, Ginger, because Ginger loves tiaras, is that she would wear this tiara, and just by putting that on, it made her feel good. So that's a form of self-care. So I would be interested to see what your form of self-care is that maybe may not be traditional. All right. And it's really cool to find out. So if you, absolutely. So if you would like to be part of the group, then you go to vickiepoole.com. That's vickiepoole.com. And you will be prompted with some questions. And it is imperative that you answer those questions, because without that, you don't get in. Because to me, this group, this community is so precious that anyone who can't take the time to answer the questions, they're not going to be the value added person in the group. They're not going to contribute. They're not going to be supportive. And, you know, and I'm not trying to judge anyone. I'm just saying this is what I say. If you want to be part of the group, you have to answer those questions. And some people don't answer them, and I will message them and I'll say, hey, you know, if you could come back and answer those questions. If they do, great, because some people do. So it could be that they just got distracted and didn't finish. And some people don't. So I give them a short period of time. And if they don't, then they are deleted. So if you are looking for a community of people that will be there for you and encourage you and really encourage you to acknowledge who you are and to be proud of who you are, and they help you, they are there to encourage you every step of the way, then this is the group for you, right? So, like I said, ask to be part of the group. Go to vickiepoole.com, vickiepoole.com, answer the questions, and voila, I will enter you into the group, and then you can join us for our daily, which I do the daily. I actually put it out in different places so you can see it other places, right? But on Mondays, I have a live that I do in the group where I celebrate everybody that is in the group. I celebrate the different things that people have posted and the contributions that they've made. And we've got some experts that are going to be coming into the group in the next few weeks that are amazing. And those you get, if you're part of the group, you get a special time with this person, as opposed to just we'll stream it out to other places, but the people in the group get something extra special. And so I welcome you. If that sounds like something that you would like to be part of, definitely go in, answer the questions, and you will be entered into our amazing community. All right. So you have an amazingly blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow morning. That's Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern to share another affirmation and journal prompt. And I would love, love, love to see you here live for that, because having people here live just feels so much better. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you guys for being here live. And thank you for anybody who is here live that hasn't said something. I appreciate you too. And those watching the replay. Have a blessed day. Love you guys. Mwah.